Hello everybody and welcome to another FTB Infinity Skyblock video. We are here and it is now release candidate 1. Yes, we are up in the next level, the next tier. We're getting closer and closer, I promise. There's no official release date yet, but like I said, I will post up a video as soon as I know so that you guys know and all that kind of stuff. And also make sure you're following all the appropriate people on Twitter, including myself. But anyways, on to more Minecraft fun-related things. Am I right or am I right? Let's go quickly down into the basement. Yes, indeed, I just logged in with release candidate 1. Luckily, nothing has appeared to have exploded or, you know, caused any problems or anything like that. So we're good to go on there. Now, let's take a look at our Aridium supply. We have the 64 that we require. So now we can make and start Applied Energistics 2. How sweet is that? So the Applied Energistics 2 is the Certus, or it's just the quartz wrench. Quartz wrench is all that we require. This guy right here, and it requires the enriched Cenarium alloy and the enhanced Galadorian metal. So the Cenarium alloys are what we're going to work on first. These guys all require enriched Cenarium, which, look at that, I already have prepared for us. How sweet is that? That should give us the 2 of those. But the plate on the inside requires quite a bit more. It requires these Aridium reinforced plates along with another piece of Cenarium. So for these guys, we made that last episode. We got it prepped and ready to go to make our 16 Aridium reinforced plates. And we can throw those guys right around the Cenarium. And there we go. 2 Cenarium alloys. Boom. Now we have the 2 enriched Cenarium. Oh yeah. That was the easy part. Do you guys agree that that was the easy part? That was so easy. No big deal. What was it? 25 episodes? I don't even know what episode we're on. Super easy craft. You know, I've only been working on it since day 1. Just saying. But the next part is the enhanced Galadorian metal. So let's actually just bring up the Galadorian stuff. And what we need is we need lumps of Galador to make this guy. So we need large lumps. Okay, large lumps are comprised of 9 lumps, so we need 18 lumps of Galador. 18 of these. Okay, good stuff. So we get 2 per, so we need to make this 9 times. So we need 9 blocks of diamond. We need 18 stabilized metal. Let me get the stabilized metal stuff together, because I think that's going to be the first hurdle here. And then we can work on some of the other stuff as well. Alright, so here we go. Here's our stabilized metal that we require. I believe 15, and I think I have some in here. Yeah, that gives us 19, and I believe I calculated it out to needing 18 of those. Good. We also need some diamond blocks. How many was that? 9 of them, if I remember correctly. Oh god. Oh god. Put away the right thing. There we go. Alright, good. I believe we needed 9 of these guys. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Blocks of diamond. Very nice. Probably should put those in a compacting drawer so that they're actually easier to craft. We need a bit of glowstone. Not too shabby at all. We can make that very, very easily. Boom. Like that. That's more than enough. And last but not least, definitely not least, is the Eye of Galador. This guy requires all of this put together. Now, if I did my calculations correct, that's 9 times 3, so that's 27 Eyes of Galador required. Now, each one of those requires 2 gas tiers, so 27 times 2 is, of course, 54. We have 61. Beautiful. Just the right amount. All right. We can put those guys in. And like so. Nice. And we can store the rest. I don't know where I'm storing these. Don't have a clue where I'm storing these. Am I storing these anywhere? In there, apparently. Okay, good. They'll go in there for now. And we do have this spare refined hardener as well. And they go in there. Good. Okay. So, gas tiers is one of the first steps. The next steps are the magma cream. Now, those we need, of course, 27, but that's times 4. So we need a decent amount of those. That's, what, 100 and something? 108, if I'm not mistaken. So we need quite a few of these. Let's see, 64 and 40 is 104. And so we need 64 and 44. Now, for those of you that didn't see me get slime or anything like that in the past, you add water to an oak barrel and you add milk to it. And that'll give you slime balls. Alright, that's probably one of the easiest ways to go about it. Boom, boom. We'll just combine these, like so, and get our magma creams. Very nice. It's nice having all this blaze powder around, I can tell you that much, for sure. Alright, that goes there. These guys go all the way around. And did I do my calculations correct? I did. Nice. Good. Alright, and last but not least is... Or, last but not least, I keep saying the same thing. Fermented spider eyes, which require mushrooms, spider eyes, and sugar. Now, sugar we have lots of. Let's head on downstairs and get the sugar going. I know I'm not doing my normal crafting thing that most of you guys actually do enjoy, but I'm a little bit short on time today, so I want to make sure that I can fill a good amount of video, and this is such a monumental change, or a monumental feat, I feel, that it should be, you know, pretty good to watch. Alright, spider eyes, oh man, those were a pain to farm, let me tell you. That's good. And what was the last part of that again? Mushrooms. That's right. Mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. Okay. Now, we need how many of these? I think it's 54 is what we actually require again. So let's start making these up. You can use red and brown. You're supposed to be able to use red and brown. So we need 9 more. Why can't we use red? Why? Why? Why, I say? Okay. These are probably all red, aren't they? Pretty much. Okay. Apparently, I need 9 more or 7 more brown mushrooms. This is kind of how I've been farming my mushrooms. I've also done the bone mealing with the axe and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah. We'll get them. So while we're waiting for a few more mushrooms to come up, I'm just in the achievement windows here, and as you can see, there has been Skyblock achievements added to the game. And these guys are all things that you can work on towards. So, for example, pick up a bucket is one of the first achievements that you're probably going to get. Draconic chestplate. Can we actually make that? Creative energy cell, creative tank, and of course the everlasting guilty mana pool. Why don't you walk across my pond? I could fill a bathtub with this. Oh, there's some funny sayings to these. We came up with all these. They're great. I love them. Hello from the other side. Nice. I like these. These are great. You should leave this activated. I believe that's one that I recommended. Don't do that, by the way, with a bound sword. Just saying. But yeah, so there's a lot of good little things here. What doesn't kill you can be exploited for science with plutonium. Emmy Wrench is one of the ones we're going for. And of course there's the Angel Ring. This one is another one I came up with. Are you crazy? Bees, really? Because we're basically at almost there. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting those guys done as well. Alright, so I want to quickly test this. And let's see, if we pick up this bucket, there we go. Is this a helmet? Alright, so we got the achievement. We got to find Skyblock again here. Right there. Okay, so we got the achievement. Is this a helmet? By basically making a bucket and picking it up. If you craft it, it'll happen right away. But because we're already past this point, that's kind of the thing. The other one here that we can do really quickly is this right here. Good, it's empty. We'll pick up that. Nice induction smelter. Very good, very good. And as you can see, we also just got a trophy. Oh, hello. Hello, a trophy, you say? Oh, look at that. Oh, this is great. Okay. So we have a little crescent hammer trophy now. Oh, that is amazing. Now, I believe there's also going to be some changes to the trophies coming up. We're hoping to get, like, the name of your character and stuff like that in there. But, oh, now we're going to have to make a trophy room, aren't we? Yes, indeed. Oh, that is sweet. Okay. We didn't get one for the bucket, though. I wonder if that was meant to be that way. Buckets aren't that big of a deal, right? Alright, anyways, we got the fermented spider eyes. Let's put them in the recipe, just like so. And we needed, what was it? Is it 27? Is it honestly 27 eyes of ender? Holy crikey, so that's 32. We'll put 5 down. That's 27. Okay. Let's get some more blaze powder and combine those guys, I guess. I didn't really do the math on those. I'm glad I had enough eyes of ender. Let's put it that way. Boom. Okay, 27 eyes of Galgador. Very nice. We can throw those in there and get our lumps of Galgador. That's 18. Again, we can combine that again to make a couple of large lumps of Galgador. Oh, we're progressing. We're progressing very nicely. I'm very happy about this. Okay, good. We can put that away. I'll have to put the sugar away. And I got to upgrade this guy as well for more obsidian. But we have the large lumps of Galgador. So as far as I remember, you just smelt it to get the regular Galgador stuff. Boom. Just like that. Along with our currently enriched Cenarium alloy, we have the wrench. Indeed. Now, oh, maybe you don't get it from crafting. You do have to drop it and pick it up for that achievement. Okay, and we got a network tool trophy. GG indeed. Good game indeed. Alright, yeah, we're definitely going to have to come up with some sort of a trophy case for these things. But don't those look absolutely amazing? I think they did a great job with this. And that is awesome. And it's just achievement based, and you know, it gives you an award. It doesn't really help you, but it still acknowledges how good you, or how far you've come in the pack. But it's a whole new world now. It is a whole new world now. We have the Certus quartz wrench. We can start our applied energistics too. Now, for everybody who's going, why aren't you using logistics pipes? Why didn't you use logistics pipes? This is why. I was rushing the Certus quartz wrench. That is the main reason. I wanted to see how long it took. I wanted to test it. I wanted to see about progression and all that kind of stuff. That was my goal here. That is all I was trying to do. So we have the wrench. Before we get into that, I want to double check on our bees here. Our supernaturals are combining quite nicely. We should be getting a little bit more of this stuff, which I need. And what do we got here? Oh, we got a purebred mysterious, hey? And I think I need to combine that with an esoteric. This arcane one has become a pain to try to get. I am not having much luck getting the arcane bee. And I've also started working on this side as well. Because what I was thinking is, these skulking ones are really used for a lot of different things. So if you look at them here, you can mutate them with a lot of different drones and princesses and stuff like that to get a whole bunch of different kinds of things. So Big Bad Queen, Sheepish Queen, which I'm pretty sure produces wheat and wool. Yeah, it does. Okay, so there's one there. Spidery Queen is one that I really want to get. And that guy produces, of course, spider eyes and string. Spider eyes are the big one. Without actually having to make a spider farm and getting the spider eyes that we need for end game enhanced Galadorian, could be pretty darn sweet. Now, if I remember correctly, that's with a tropical. And I'm pretty sure that's interchangeable. No? Does it have to be a drone? It probably doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter, right? And you can get the Spidery Queen. Okay. So that's great. That's one that I definitely want. So these skulking ones I've been working at here a little bit, but it's proving a little difficult for me. Shorter, fast, slowest, flowers, cacti. Cacti, cacti. Flowers, cacti. Okay. I guess we'll go with this guy. And hopefully we start to get a pure breed at some point in time here. Because I've been having nothing but problems getting a pure breed out of those guys. So we'll just put that guy away. And you know what? Give me a little bit. Oh god, the mob's glitching out in the farm over there again. I should actually disable this again. Don't really need it. Did you see that? There's a whole bunch of mobs there. They're having a little dance party or something. I don't know. So I'm going to disable this again, just manually for now. And that way we're not potentially imposing or breaking the server. But I'm going to be right back once I get a few things put together so that we can start on our applied energistics. So one of the drawbacks right now that we're encountering is the fact that we need a resonant machine frame. And I forgot to prep one, so it's going to take a little bit longer than I anticipated, which kind of makes me a little bit sad. Because I thought I had everything put together, but apparently not. And that's fine. We run into hiccups all the time. Not a big deal. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upgrade our lasers. Because this is going to take a while at 880 RF per tick. So what we need the resonant machine frame for is we need it for the Inscriber. This guy right here. Because all of the recipes for the wrench, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, I guess that one doesn't. So we could do the energy acceptor quite easily. But I want to go ME controller because we want to get to that next tier. So we need the engineering processor. And that guy requires an Inscriber along with all the Inscriber related things. Now, the problem that we have is, I don't know if you guys can see it here or I can scroll up. The AE presses are at spawn for iron blocks at the moment. I'm not sure if that's been fixed or detailed or anything like that. But that is the current situation. So, we need to get to spawn. I don't know how easy that's going to be for me. I don't really have the top of the line jetpack or anything like that. So it might not be that straightforward for me. And I am about 12,000, I think it is, blocks out, give or take. Yeah, about that. So that's a long ways to go to get to spawn. And we need those presses, though. We really do need those presses. So I'm going to have to come up with a solution here. Maybe we could see if they work. I don't know. I don't think the recipe's very expensive, so we could definitely like double check to see if they do work or not. Let's just take a look at the presses. What are they called? These guys right here. Okay. Item can be made in the rolling machine. So, block of iron and nether quartz. Okay, you know what? Let's try this. Let's give this a try. I don't know if it's working or not, but let's give this guy a try. So we do have the rolling machine. So let's put these guys in like so and click to craft. Oh, nice. We don't have to go to spawn anymore, I don't think. Okay, that works great. Okay, let's make the other ones then. Engineering is the one that we need. So that's a diamond. I bet you the other ones are gold, and I bet you this is silicon. Okay. Alright. Now we have silicon, right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, right there. We got one. Good. Okay, a piece of gold. Not too shabby. And what was the other one? A diamond. And then 1, 2, 3 blocks. Oh, I'm so glad they fixed this. I thought about it right when I did it, and I'm like, oh god, we're going to have to go to spawn. Alright, so this will give us the 4 presses that we require, and that is working as intended. You've got a nice little line there. Item can be made in the rolling machine, so there should be no confusion with that guy. And we can get our Inscriber presses. Very good indeed. Alright, I need more hardened flux ducts and a couple other things here to make this guy go faster, because we're still only at about 1120 RF per tick. Not nearly enough still. So, let me get those guys put together because they're a pain to craft. They really are. And we'll get the rest of these lasers put up. Alright, so it just finished. You know, perfect time to go do the dishes and stuff like that. And get a few other things done while you wait for that to craft, especially when you forget to do it. But there we go. Inscriber get. Very nice. So we got that guy. That's pretty darn sweet. For right now, we'll just place it down right there. And I put away my hardened flux duct, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Right there. I had one left over, and I was thinking to myself, perfect. That'll work amazingly. Alright, and I also put away all of my presses because I'm really smart, okay? We'll just leave it at that. So we're going to need the silicon, and I believe it was the engineering, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just double check. It is the engineering. Okay, so those two guys we definitely need to get going. A little bit of a leggy leg spike there. We're going to need more silicon as well. But I guess all in due time. So first things first, we're going to input in the silicon and at least start getting these guys going. That's going to give us the printed silicon. And let's see, what else? How do we make this stuff again? Clay, redstone ore, probably sand. Ooh, a silicon bee. And we're actually very close to the silicon bee. You know what? Do we have blocks of clay anymore? I'm not too sure if we do. No, we don't. Okay. Probably the best way to go then for us right now is the sand. Just because I don't want to make any more stuff at this current time. Alright, that should give us another piece of silicon. Now, of course, for the engineering stuff, we need diamonds. Yes. We will be using up a few diamonds here, but not too bad at all. We'll start putting these guys in, getting that going. And then we're going to need thank you, 4 pieces of redstone as well to kind of just complete this process up. Let me get the last couple here, and then we'll finish this and get our ME controller. Alright, we got the 3 pieces we require. Let's get these guys crafted up as well. These will give us the engineering processors themselves. So just by clicking and going and all that kind of stuff, away we go. We're off to the races and making these things very, very good. I forgot I needed one more silicon press plate, but we do already have enough to get our ME controller. But I'm thinking let's make a few of these anyways. So I'm probably going to work on making quite a few ME controllers between this and next episode. I'd like to have a couple. Now that we have the ability to do it that way, it's probably a good way to go. So that guy there, we got that. We need some pure flux crystal and some sky stone blocks. Alright, we do have the pure flux. I prepared those ahead of time, along with the pure Certus that we needed before as well. So make sure you're aware of that. Why is my FPS locked at 15? Software program, I swear I am going to beat you up. You are driving me bonkers. Are you fixed now? Oh, no, we're not fixed. Good job, software program. Good job. So yeah, so if you guys ever see that my FPS drops a ton, that's why. It's my software program. It's not my computer. It's not anything like that. I get like 160, 170 consistently when not recording. So I don't know what's going on with that thing. I got to look at a few different options, I guess. But it used to work just fine for me. Lately, not so much. So I apologize for that. The other thing is, sometimes I move very fast. We do have haste on, so that can also cause some problems. Alright, a little bit of skystone dust to make some new skystone. And then we just smelt that guy up, like so, in our induction smelter. And that should give us the skystone blocks that we require for this crafting. There we go. And last but not least, our ME controller. Okay, we cannot shift click it in. Shucks. Alright. This is probably going to be the end, though. It pulls out the wrench every time, but we have 2 ME controllers. Very nice. I don't think this is a pickup. I think it's just all in the wrench, if I'm not mistaken. But that's where we're going to have to leave it. I have ran out of time, basically. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that awesome stuff. You guys are pretty good. Pretty good about it. And I'll see you guys next episode. Bye-bye for now.